have Kathleen with us, and she just happened to be in our office today, and she had a very positive experience that she felt comfortable sharing with us, how she came into needing our assistance and what her experience was like once she actually arrived. How are you doing today, Kathleen?
I feel light as a feather.
Good. So a lot of people out there are struggling, and they're putting off going to visit with somebody about their financial situation. Would you fall in that category?
Absolutely.
Tell me what all you've tried and things that you did before coming in to seek our assistance.
Well, I basically avoided, was pretty successful in avoiding harassing calls.
Okay. How did you do that?
Well, I had been in California.
Uh-huh.
And when I left California, I still had hope that maybe some way I would be able to pay, because I had excellent credit till I was 59. And but I had just sold 2 properties that the bubble had burst, and so I took a substantial loss. Not loss. I actually made a profit on both, but not to the degree that...
Not enough to take care of all your bills.
No. Well, I could have. If I at that moment had paid everything off, then I think that would have been the ethical thing to do. But I kept wishful thinking, and so then kept going. And then until when I was down to fumes, I left California and came to Texas, and because I had a P.O. box in California. All my mail was sent there, but they
didn't know where you were at.
Right, and I didn't do that on purpose. I found that out because they still had my phone. I gave them my new phone number.
You know, that's interesting because a lot of people they think that people just rush into filing bankruptcy because they don't want to pay their creditors, and that's not the truth, is it?
In fact, when I kept paying the monthly payments and everything. But well, I got here in May of 2006, and when I got, so I kept with the payments, and then in September 2006, the monthly payment, I think, you know, it was exponentially bigger. And I knew I could. That's when I gave up hope, because I had gotten a great job, but there was but that was just covering rent and food.
So you realized once they increased your minimal payments, you looked at how much income you had coming in,
that there was
and what
no
you're going to
way
have to pay out
I could
that you couldn't do it.
No.
So that was back in 2006.
Yes.
And now we're in 2009.
I know.
What made you decide to finally come in and see somebody?
I heard you on the that show. I mean, I had bought those do-it-yourself bankruptcy books from Nolo Press in California.
Right. Yes.
And so I had thought of doing that. Oh gosh, you know. And but when I heard your show or your interview, it just sounded like such a wonderful team that you had thought of all the details. First of all, it was only bankruptcy. We weren't going to talk about other options, which I knew there wasn't another option. And the confusing options that people think are there and advertised, I had heard debunked by Dave Ramsey. So I knew that, and so I thought, boy, this guy's, and then you had said you went to Christian University, and you just sounded the things you said were very ethical. And so not wanting to do harm to the credit companies, but to acknowledge reality.
So when you heard this, you decided to call?
When I heard that first, I took the information down.
Okay.
And then just, I guess it was yesterday, something, you know, I got that number out and I called.
You just decided to call.
And your call center was so thorough with their directions. And I'm not a traveler, and this was quite a distance, an hour and a half drive.
How far was it? An hour and a half.
Yes, and so but I think also divine appointment. I think God was guiding me not to go off the wrong exit and so on. And then from the moment I came in, everyone was just so nice. You have such a courteous staff. The decor is beautiful. I mean, I loved all the art downstairs too. The building is beautiful. But anyway, the treatment, the people just were so wonderful, and I just really appreciated that. And then when I couldn't believe that the wonderful Angela in the taxes she said, well, we're just going to, because I had to, because when you really don't have a chance to really make much of an inroad on your debt, because you don't have the motivation to do your taxes. I mean, if you're only going to get a little
You're
back.
so discouraged.
Well, I wasn't so discouraged. I kind of faced reality.
Okay.
You know, and but there's a substantial amount, and it looks like the amount that she's going to, because you have a tax company here.
Right.
Or tax people. The tax return's going to pay for
all the attorney's fees?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
And she even said there'd be some left over. I find she's a good at taxes.
Good.
My gosh.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So if you were out there talking with somebody else who is in the same situation that you are, would you encourage them to seek out professional assistance?
Yes, especially because in the other thing I heard in your interview was that you had payments, that you'd arrange payments.
Right.
So then it just worked out so beautifully. You get all the paperwork done, and that I'm just hoping I might not have to come back ever again. Hope to never see you again. No, I mean,
I get that all the time. People are like, oh, you do bankruptcy? I hope I never have to come see you.
No, but it's not. I mean, it's to have such gracious people and acting.
You know what it is
normal.
that we love what we do because of people like you, because we see people that are struggling, and we get to come in and we get to help people. And when you get to come in to work every single day and get to help people, and people appreciate it, it's so rewarding.
Oh, I was talking to Sherry,
right,
and she was saying that.
Kathleen, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story.
What a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.